Our top story at the moment, a few stones were thrown from bushes at the students who were watching the documentary, the BBC first part of the docu-series India, the Modi Question. The JNU administration has cut off electricity though and internet connection of Students' Union office to stop them from streaming the BBC documentary on the Prime Minister. However, the students were seen scanning QR codes and watching part 1 of the docu-series. Let me now go across to Saurav Shukla, who's joining us with more details. Saurav, what's the situation presently on the ground? Is there a ruckus or things are under control?
Campus, and you can see the student union, the left wing of student union, they have got hold of two students and they are saying that...
All right, we'll go across to Saurav in just a bit. We seem to be having some audio trouble there. Remember, the electricity has been cut to the JNU Students' Union, that is their office, as well as internet connection has also been snapped. But what the students who want to watch this documentary, despite it being blocked in India, are scanning the QR code and watching the documentary. There were reports that those who are watching the documentary, some of them were also targeted with some stones that were thrown towards them from some of those who were behind some certain bushes in that open area that all these students are at the moment. In fact, these are the pictures that have come in. Let me go back to Saurav Shukla, who's with us on the line now. Saurav, you were explaining to us the situation on the ground just now on the campus.
Yeah, right now, students from left wing, they are raising slogans. They are blaming ABVP for stone pelting. They are saying when they were watching the documentary on their phones and laptops at JNU Student Union's office, there was stone pelted towards them, and then they started marching towards the north gate of JNU. Right now, students, more than 100 students are at the JNU north gate. They are raising slogan against the JNU administration, ABVP, and they have got hold of two students. They are saying that they are from ABVP and they have pelted stones towards them, and they are calling Delhi police, and they are saying Delhi police is not coming despite their regular calls. And right now they are raising slogan against ABVP, they are raising slogan against BJP, they are raising slogan against JNU administration. They are saying that electricity should be restored, internet should be restored for the safety of the students who are watching the documentary. They are saying the documentary is not banned, it is blocked. So as of now, JNU is in darkness, there is no electricity, and the left students are at the north gate and raising slogan against ABVP, and they are saying that when they were peacefully watching documentary on their phones and then on their laptops, they were stones pelted towards them. And they're also saying that they wanted to stream this documentary, but electricity and internet was cut. They were not violating any rule. That's what they've said. So yesterday, JNU administration had given them the notice that if they stream this documentary, there'll be disciplinary action against them. Despite of that warning, JNU Student Union went on. But they're saying that they did not screen students on their own. They have downloaded the documentary, or students on their own downloaded the documentary on their laptops, and they are watching now, so they are not violating any rule. So a lot of sloganeering and incidents of stone pelting also happened. The left-wing organizations are blaming ABVP students for the stone pelting. Maha.
What is the administration saying to the current situation that has developed, that there is now sloganeering, that stones were thrown by one side on another that was watching the documentary? Is the administration saying anything currently?
As of now, administration is quiet. No response from administration. We are trying to get the response from administration, but administration is not giving any response. They may respond to our messages and calls tomorrow, and they may initiate some disciplinary action against the students who were involved in the screening or public viewing of the block documentary. But as of now, no response from administration. And at the gate, usually there are guards, but there's no guard. There's no guard right now present at the spot. Students are making call to police. They are dialing 112, but police is not responding to their calls as well. So as of now, there is no stone pelting right now, but students are raising slogans and they're blaming ABVP and they are saying electricity should be restored. Then they will move from the north gate of JNU campus. Maha.
All right. Saurabh, many thanks for joining us with all those details from the JNU campus. Let's move on now. Rahul Gandhi has distanced his party, the Congress, from Digvijay Singh's statement with regards to the surgical strikes. Rahul Gandhi has called Digvijay Singh's statement ridiculous.
I'm sorry to have to say this about a senior leader. He said a ridiculous thing.
Rahul Gandhi has distanced the Congress from Digvijay Singh's controversial remarks on the army. But Singh continues to be a part of his Yatra, although he kept a low profile today.
जो दिग्विजय सिंह जी ने कहा उससे मैं बिल्कुल अग्री नहीं करता हूं। हमारी आर्मी पर हमारा पूरा ट्रस्ट है। अगर आर्मी कुछ करे सबूत देने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है।
But the BJP says the party cannot keep disassociating itself from the remarks of its leaders.
और सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक पर कोई उनका नया सवाल नहीं है, बहुत पुराने सवाल है और ये सब पर कांग्रेस का क्या कहना है, उनका निजी विचार है। राहुल गांधी, सवाल आपके नेताओं के निजी विचार का नहीं है, सवाल है आज के कांग्रेस के नेताओं की ट्रेनिंग क्या है, सवाल है आज के नेताओं का सेना के प्रति सम्मान का स्तर क्या है, यह सवाल है।
Even as Rahul Gandhi termed Digvijay Singh's controversial remarks as ridiculous, the damage has been done. But Rahul Gandhi's main focus remains last leg of the Yatra as it marched towards Kashmir amid security concerns and inclement weather that often blocks the highway. In Ramban Banihal, Nazir Masoodi for NDTV.
Over 6,500 pages charge sheet has been filed in the Shraddha Walkar murder case. The police say that Shraddha was murdered because that day the trigger was that Aftab was angry over the fact that she met a friend. According to the cops, the motive for the murder was jealousy.
आफ्ताब पूनावाला है, इनको इंट्रोगेट किया गया और उसके आधार पे 302 मर्डर और साथ में 201 आईपीसी सेक्शंस ऐड किए गए और 12 नवंबर को आफ्ताब को अरेस्ट किया गया। उनकी इंट्रोगेशन के बाद ही इसमें जो चीज़ें निकल के आई तो उसमें ये सामने आया कि जो इन्वेस्टिगेशंस हैं वो बहुत ही एग्जॉस्टिव और साथ में मल्टीपल प्लेसेस जहाँ पे इन्वॉल्व रहेंगी वहाँ की इन्वेस्टिगेशंस थी। उसके बेसिस पे मल्टीपल टीम्स, इनिशियली हम लोगों ने 9 टीम्स फॉर्म की तुरंत ही। एक एसआईटी का भी गठन हुआ डीसीपी साउथ के अंडर और टीम्स को डिस्पैच भी किया गया।
Well, right in the middle of winter, temperatures are peaking and are rising concerns across the globe from the north to the South Pole, Norway to Chicago. They are all seeing temperatures above normal. A pretty warm winter, as one would put it. So is the case in India as well. In Ladakh, on an average, temperatures are up 1.5 degrees in comparison to the last 2 to 3 years.
Right in the middle of winter, temperatures are peaking and raising concern across the globe, from Third Pole to South Pole. Norway's Røros is 12 degrees warmer at -3. Chicago is 1 degree when the norm is -7 for this time of the year. Toronto is 7 degrees warmer than usual. New York is 1 degree instead of being -3. And Delhi at 12 degrees is feeling 5 degrees warmer than usual. In Ladakh, average temperatures are up by 1.5 degrees in comparison to the last 2-3 years. Sonam Wangchuk, the social reformist from Ladakh, whose life story inspired the Bollywood film 3 Idiots, says 2/3 of the glaciers in Ladakh have melted in the peak of winter due to development of land for commercial purposes and tourism. That's the reason why glaciers are melting way faster than usual.
लद्दाख और हिमालय बहुत ही नाजुक जलवायु हैं और इस बर्फ के पानी पर लगभग 100 करोड़ लोग इंडिया में और 100 करोड़ लोग चाइना में यानी कि बर्रे सगीर में इस पे निर्भर करते हैं। ये लगभग दुनिया का 1/4 आबादी हो जाता है। तो आप सोचिए अगर ये बर्फीले पहाड़ पिघल के खत्म हो जाएं तो हमें लद्दाख में ही नहीं पूरे बर्रे सगीर में हिंदुस्तान और उसके पड़ोसी मुल्क हैं चीन में सब जगह पानी की किल्लत होने वाली है।
Urging the Prime Minister to ensure the protection of Ladakh and other Himalayan regions from industrial exploitation. While Antarctica's sea ice area has reached its lowest extent on record due to global warming.
Meanwhile, let's now take a look at India's neighbor, that is Pakistan this time, that is facing an economic mess. Is their economy on the verge of collapse? That's the moot point here, considering that there are long electricity outages now, apart from the high inflation of food items. Pakistanis, the ordinary Pakistanis, are reeling under the economic crisis. Pakistan plunged into darkness. A failure of the electricity grid led to a blackout in several areas, with power restored after 12 hours on Monday evening, but that too in some of the mega cities. The rural areas continue to grapple with electricity outages, a situation perhaps symbolic of the economic mess the country is witnessing. The power cuts also being an outcome of the financial fiasco that has made life very tough for the ordinary Pakistani.
सुबह से जब से दुकान खोली ऐसे ये देखे हाथ भी हमारे काले नहीं हुए, मशीनें सारी बंद पड़ी हुई हैं, सारी लेबर फारिग बैठी हुई है। समझे ना, ये टोटल लाइट का ही काम है हम लोगों का। अब लाइट ना होने की वजह से टोटल लेबर फारिग बैठी हुई है, हम खुद फारिग बैठे हुए हैं। अब शाम तक लाइट नहीं आई तो टोटल नुकसान ही है, जेब से ही दिहाड़ियाँ देनी है, कोई काम नहीं हुआ, कस्टमरों के काम वापसी कर रहे हैं क्योंकि लाइट ना होने की वजह से कुछ भी काम नहीं हो।
Pakistan has been spiraling downwards into an economic abyss. Its forex reserves 2 weeks ago had hit the lowest ever at $4.34 billion. This had already led to a major inflation in food prices that was already climbing up due to the lack of food availability due to the floods last year that destroyed the crops. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has been seeking loans from the IMF and friendly countries like Saudi Arabia and UAE. But for now, the life of the Pakistanis is one long wait for basics like food and electricity. Bureau Report, NDTV. Well, Shah Rukh Khan's Pathaan looks like a hit from the word go. Pathaan enters the list of films that have sold maximum tickets in advance.
Shah Rukh Khan's film Pathaan is rocking the box office even before its release. Advance bookings are coming in thick and fast. Data from the Inoxes, PVRs and Cineplex suggest it sold 4,19,000 tickets until Monday night. And the graph will go higher. It should gross over 50 crores, promising to end the drought of hits post-COVID.
पैंडेमिक के बाद एक जो ठंडा हो गया था मामला, ऑडियंस को एक फिर से मजा आना शुरू हुआ और थिएटर में आने की आदत पड़ी। हम जो भी सुन रहे हैं एडवांस पठान का इतना फैंटास्टिक आज तक कभी हुआ नहीं। सो मैं दिल से बहुत खुश हूँ और मैं सभी को यही कहता हूँ कि आई थिंक वी शुड बी वेरी वेरी हैप्पी विद दिस।
Shah Rukh Khan tweeted his gratitude and thanked fans for their love and support. The film will release across 100 countries and for over 24 cinema halls on the verge of closure, Pathaan will be a new lease of life.
2023 में पठान से लाइन लग जाए और बॉलीवुड का कमबैक हो। 2022 में बुलबुलाया 2 कश्मीर फाइल को छोड़ के कोई पिक्चर चली ही नहीं है। और सबसे बड़ा दुख ये बात का है मुझे कि हजारों करोड़ का नुकसान पूरी इंडस्ट्री ने किया है, हम लोग ने भी किया है। उसके पहले लॉकआउट था कोरोना से, उसमें बहुत नुकसान हुआ था। उसके साथ 2022 बहुत भारी गया हमारा।
But advance bookings for Pathaan promise a new spring.
वो देश के लिए क्या कर सकता है
With Pooja Bhardwaj in Mumbai, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
जय हिंद.
From entertainment, let's now move on to the budget. Ahead of the budget session, Sakshi Bajaj simplifies the basics of the budget.
Now, as the countdown to the union budget begins, it is time for budget basics. Here are the top 5 terms that you must understand. So what is a union budget? Of course, people keep asking, what is it? How does it impact me? So to understand the very basic, the government's projection of revenue and expenditure for the financial year is how we really define the budget and what the union budget is. Now, when the government is spending more than it is earning, this shortfall is termed as the fiscal deficit. Direct tax is now the tax directly paid to the government, which includes income tax on any earnings of an individual or corporate tax on profit earned by companies. However, indirect tax is a tax that is imposed on goods and services really. Examples of indirect tax include GST, customs duty and central excise duty as well. Now, capital gain can be defined as any profit made through the sale of a capital asset or investments. Therefore, capital gains tax is a tax placed on this profit and can be long-term or short-term in nature.